some distance nearby.
Oh shit! I lost my token. Where is it? Oh, it's in the middle of the camp. Alrighty.
So when whoever it is going to do something proper in the camp, will just focus your tokens in that area.
Yep. So, Dex, you ready to get in the bag?
Yeah. So what's the plan? Where am I going? You're going to drop me off where? How's the? Huh?
Okay. So, I am going. You better get in the bag because I'm going to cast invisibility on you first.
Okay.
So I won't know for sure that you're in the bag. So, casting invisibility on you. You're getting in the bag, casting invisibility on me. Flying. We're then going to fly up into the mammoth enclosure.
Which one's the mammoth enclosure?
What was it? Not Pteranodon.
Not Mastodon.
Mastodon.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Fly up in the masty space up there.
Yeah.
You're going to make the front gates very delicate.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to then start. Do you have use magical device?
That is something I could have learned, but I chose not to.
Fair enough. So that means I'm then going to start the fires with the orb, then position myself to try and cast fear to get them to flee through the gates to the south and into the camp, at which point I should be probably no longer invisible, but you should be invisible. You can jump back in the bag and we piss off, because all you're doing is messing with the gates here.
Okay, so if I'm just messing with the gates, what's our backup plan if I don't manage to figure out how to open the gate?
We basically started on fire.
There is no backup plan.
Okay.
That's what makes it thrilling.
I too like to live dangerously.
The term "go baby go."
And if things really start turning to custard, head to the top left. And I'll meet you there. The top left of that.
Oh, okay, and then okay, yep.
And I'll meet you there, and we'll fly out. Worst case, I've got a fly ready for you. As a backup.
Okay, I trust you and I believe in you.
Oh, God, I trust that you trust me.
And then I gently fold my arms over my chest and close my eyes. Invis me.
Okay, I open the bag in front of you and say, "Get in there." Cast invisible on you.
Okay. Much like the devils out of the Storyteller, I run into the bag.
So you're in the bag. Okay.
Yep.
So you've got 10 minutes, Dex, before you suffocate.
Invisible and fly, baby. So took like 12 seconds.
Von Ashton, let's put you somewhere. There you go. You're just right. You're right there. In fact, I'll put you up over here because you've flown to the end of that arrow, invisible.
Yep. I settled down on the ground. That was 550 feet, which with a fly speed of 60 is 610, so it's 1 minute to get there. So call it 2 minutes with the faffing around and getting the bag ready, casting invisibility on myself, etc.
Right, I will put a few of these things out, and there is another creature there. This hulking creature has the lower half of an 8-legged stallion and the upper half of a horned frost giant.
8-legged stallion.
You could make... what knowledge is it? You could make a knowledge nature roll.
Yep. Knowledge natural.
and you're not certain what it is, other than it looks like some form of frost giant centaur-like creature.
I open the bag up and go, "Shh, enemies about, get out." And look to tip him out on the ground, invisible.
So you're doing this from 60 feet up, yeah?
No. I'm not saying watch out for the first step. I'm doing it on the ground.
Okay.
So we're down here.
Cozy.
Let us. So you are invisible, and we will bring Dex out next to you and turn Dex invisible.
Oh no, where is he?
I'm next to you. You work on the gates. I'm gonna go start a fire in the top left. If after you get the gates sorted, I'll give you about 4 minutes. Then head to the top left. That should give you another 5 minutes of being invisible.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to do it one at a time, or we do it in parallel?
Well, I assume you're moving in parallel, but Dex, we might
gonna
start with you.
That's
or are you
that's
going to
go up there on the quiet.
simultaneous me and you. Uh-huh.
There.
Got around.
You no longer hear the soothing sounds of Von Aston.
Yeah, I hear him trudge off because he's not anywhere near as silent as I am. So
Plus, hey,
Alright.
let's do this properly then. Plus 20,
oh, okay.
and then go.
Oh, does it stop sound as well? Does it? Oh, okay.
You get a plus 20 in your stealth rolls if you're invisible.
Yeah, because of sound. That's what I was saying. The listening games. Anyway,
Well, that's, so Dex.
I'll try and perceive him anyway.
Well, you did.
Do I
I
see
rolled a
like
one.
the predator? Is it like his vague out shape just sort of moving? Vague
There's a
outline?
bit of a haziness as this thing trudges off.
he makes that weird predator sound as he goes. I'll try working on the gate, I guess, see if I can figure out how to disable this locking device.
Well, there's nothing very complex about it. So, I mean, you could make I guess, assuming one is you want to do it stealthily, so maybe make a disable device roll.
Yeah.
And we'll see how successful you are. And you have rolled exceedingly well. So you've lifted the bar up and you've done it exceedingly quietly, that none of the animals or this other strange creature with 8 legs has noticed. So the gate is unbarred. It could, depending on how heavy it is to push, would open freely.
Do I notice that?
You could make a perception roll. Yes, you do notice that the bar is no longer in place.
Okay. I'm going to assume Dex sticks to the plan that I said to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna move if you want me to move, or not.
Yep.
Well,
Can I?
well, it's up to you, Dex. You can no longer hear Von Aston's sweet, soothing voice.
Oh, I'm hoping to not get coned, so I'm going to run around this way to get around to the area.
All right. Well, you'll need to make a stealth roll check.
Yeah. I've got fast stealth, but I'll do that as well.
Did you get your plus 20?
Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, there's another plus 20 for being a
Good
ninja.
God.
Indivisible.
We'll make it difficult.
And do you have the stealthy trait?
No. Why would I get? No rubbish.
Because if you're stealthy, you'll get an additional, probably 4. I'm guessing.
No. I've just got the skill.
Okay.
Well, certainly if you had not been invisible, you would have been spotted by virtually all, perceived by virtually all the creatures.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Too worried about the spell, obviously.
Yeah. Well, so Von Aston, what are you doing to
um,
that barn?
can I see into the barn? Like, are there additional mastodons in the barn or not?
Yes, there are.
Okay. I'm going to look in there and...
So let's say there's none in the one you're in, but there's at least two in the one next to you.
So
The
two
one,
there.
the one further over, that one, sorry, yes. And
Yep.
then there's probably some further over, but...
Okay. I'm going to look to creep around.
You're
And
flying,
peek through?
aren't you, or are you walking?
I have the ability to fly as well, yeah. So let's say I'm just peeking in through the holes in the roof,
Yeah.
assuming that they're double-heighted roofs.
Yeah, they're huge.
I'm then going to use the wand of flaming, and I'm assuming that there's like open doors down here.
Yes, they are
Yep.
all open because it is daytime.
I am going to wand of flaming sphere basically under me to encourage them out, and then I'm going to look to zip across to there and do the same again.
Yep.
Do animals head out?
Well, let's say that starts causing a bit of a panic and there's noise and they start moving out. So we might put... so these two certainly move out of there making some strange sounds, and this creature moves over to investigate. And then what you've moved to the next one and you're doing the same thing?
Correct.
And then another one moves out of here. Now, are you visible at this point?
No. I've got the 10 minutes because I'm not targeting them.
Not
Until I
targeting them.
Yeah, so we looked into that last time.
Didn't we? Oh, that's right, because it was saying it had to be an attack on a creature or something.
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Well, this creature gets quite concerned. So they've rushed out, but it seems to have a calming effect on them, almost like perhaps a shepherd who is very used to its flock might.
So from there, can I actually be half hidden and see that 8-legged dude?
Yeah. Well, you can certainly see it. I mean, you're invisible at the moment.
I know. I'm planning to do something to him to stoke up some problems.
So these things are sort of moving over in this direction.
Okay, if they're heading there, I'm gonna try and position to get a big bunch in a cone of fear.
Mm-hmm. But you know your cone of fear won't work.
No, my feast on fear won't work.
Oh,
My
feast was the other one. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna creep up there and wrong one. 30 foot. Let's try and do that.
Well, let's assume it gets those 3 mastodons. I mean, it's a little bit illustrative, and the other creature.
Yep. So casting fear and hit them with the will saves.
So what does that mean? Mastodon 1, failure. Mastodon 2, 4, failure. Mastodon
5.
5, failure. And the other guy, yep. What do they do if they're fear?
So
knock
if
out
they fail, they are panicked and they run directly away from you. If they, then the other one is shaken. Oh, sweet.
Right.
Bang,
They
straight through.
Pushing through the door. Now, are you visible at this point?
I am, because I'm saying that I targeted them.
Yep. Well, they have all panicked, which has caused these guys to rush out after them as part of the herd.
Yep. And I'm then spinning around and trying to do another flaming spear there.
Yep.
In that one.
Yep.
Then I'm looking to run this way and do it again there. Actually, yeah, I'll do it that way.
All right.
And I'm going to run up into the corner where I told Dex to be. And I'm visible at the moment.
Yes. So you notice from this tower here, a skyrocket launches into the sky, and you hear lots of shouting. And you perceive that the frost giant in that tower is looking directly over at you, pointing to others, shouting something out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, probably something like, "It's Narok! It's Narok! I see him!"
Narok of Doom. Alrighty. I head up into the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Dex, where are you?
Yep, I'm ready. Open the bag, open the bag.
Bag's open.
Get in.
All right, he's right next to you. You feel he's jumped into the bag, or something has.
I'll touch his hand on the way past so that he knows.
High five on the way in. Yep. I cast invisibility on myself and fly, and I GTFO.
All right. Well, you would certainly know the animals stampede through the giant encampment, which certainly causes a lot of concern, particularly since
enjoy that.
The other creature went with them, and you would feel you have gained, because of the giant tower seeing you, an outrage point, but also a sabotage point. So that would take you to 2 and 3. Yep.
Had to be done.
So I assume you fly back to your fellow party members some short distance away.
Yep. And I make sure okay, Dex, good work. And open the bag.
Thank you.
And don't animate him from death.
yeah. I breathe again.
There's really a win-win for you, wasn't it, Von Aston? Either he survives, and if he doesn't, you get another zombie.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That actually worked kind of okay.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty. So we've taken out the kitchen, the granary, the mill, and I'll call it the stables. Do we just sort of watch for a little bit and see if that's impairing their will to linger?
Well, that's the thing. Like with the animals, it sounds like after a certain amount of time, they can be brought under control, and possibly some of them can be salvaged. So I don't know if that is going to be quite as complete as the burning of the foodstuffs and things like that, but still good.
In game mechanics terms, you have 3 sabotage points.
Yeah.
You're aiming for a significantly higher number than that with all the pain points that could happen.
Okay.
Eventually, more of those 8-legged creatures appear, and they do, exactly as Ash has said, get them under control, but you have damaged the stables for these mastodons, and you have caused panic, and all that stuff just acts to sap the will of the village, but there's still, a number of other pain points that can further sap that will.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, what else? What else did we discuss?
Can I do another invisibility and a recon to the top right? Because that looks like a pretty juicy spot there, where we might be able. We've only got to take out a tower, and we've got 4.
Spell.
Yeah.
So you would see there's the watchtower. You obviously notice. You would see this building here is where there are other 8-legged creatures that seem to exit from there.
The horse spiders.
And this one has long rows of small wooden shacks huddled together in a fenced-in yard, and it would look like there's communal fire pits. There are lots of slaves, humanoid slaves, but some have been. You can see them working in the giant village, but there's a number of others still back here.
And what's the thing at the top right that looks like a nut?
Over there, if you go over there, you see this looks much older than any of the other buildings you've seen here, and there's a set of ancient stone stairs carved from the mountain that climbs to the hexagonal stone dais. It's covered in crap, and there is an ice sculpture. It looks almost inhuman, the quality of this icework, if you like. And you sort of get a little bit closer, and you notice it starts becoming much colder the closer you get to this. You would almost think it is a shrine if you have knowledge religion.
Religion.
No, it is beyond you, but the statue is 20 feet tall. And if you want to make a perception check.
Perception.
And no, you don't get anything more.
Oh, I'm rolling crap. Sorry, dudes. And what about that building just to the south there that I almost flew over the corner of, underneath the watchtower?
This one?
Yeah.
It looks, from what flying over, you think it looks like a barn or warehouse. Pitched roof rising about 40 feet above the ground. Oversized double doors in the north and south walls. Flight of stairs that runs along the north side of the building.
I reckon that area is looking like a juicy offensive area. Because if we can take out that building and the watchtower, that's basically all we need to take care of. And we can get their storehouse, free the slaves, and probably take down the statue or that religious spot. And if we get that really cold religious thing to follow us to the fire stick man on the top left, that could be interesting. They might fight each other.
Like jelly wrestling. No.
Well,
Yeah, 100%.
That's
The first thing that came to my mind.
that's parallel thought. That's right.
Well, Von Aston, you would fly back to your companions.
Yep. I briefed them on the situ in the top right. So in the background picture, there's kind of like below that stairs or ridges, just to the right of that warehouse. Is that actually a thing or not? I can't tell.
That is just no. I think that's just illustrative of
Okay.
of that area, but not one that is particularly relevant to the village.
From a saboteur perspective, I think we've done most of what we can do.
I mean, as you can see, there's a reasonable amount of distance between a number of these buildings. Obviously, the ones near the giant encampment, which is over to the southeast, get the most amount of movement. And
if we free all their slaves, we might be able to get the slaves to revolt, and we actually get a mini army.
There'd want to be a few thousand of them.
Did I get a head count or not?
Well, what you saw in there might have been 15 to 20, but there's other slaves outside helping on things during the day, and potentially some inside.
Otherwise, they're just going to get pulped.
Yes.
I mean, Terity can do.
Unless we just use them for guerrilla combat, and sabotage.
Well, we can at least get info off them.
I don't think they're going to have much to tell.
Might be able to tell us some weak points of the camp.
Yeah, I mean, what do we got? So we got a leader there. We've got Did we kill the wolf leader, the head of the wolves things, or?
Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
No, haven't been up that end yet. We could do that.
So the trolls have their own leader, or are they just fucking around doing what the giants say?
Certainly next to Murray had not mentioned anything about a leader of the trolls as anything separate.
Von Aston, on your flights around, have you seen anywhere that may house oil or oil barrels or something like that?
The only thing I can think of is that warehouse there.
Which
where have you seen? You've also seen the mess hall where the 3-armed creature was here.
Yep.
Okay.
And you said it was completely empty. Because I specifically asked if there was barrels of oil in there that I might be able to light up.
There were some you think cooking cauldrons on fireplaces, which obviously is unlikely to hold significant oil.
Just chili oil for flavouring.
Did the dwarves identify any weakness in the mines when we were down there that we can just collapse the whole place? Or
I think we did talk about it, but didn't come to any sort of
is there an eye wind beam down there that we can just hit and then?
Well, two of the three shafts could be collapsed in such a fashion, but they don't go far, and you elected not to do so. But that is true. They are certainly working mines, even though the giants don't need a lot out of them. But that is another functioning area of the village.
Well, yeah. If we work our way up that way, we should be able to knock out a few bits, and maybe even. I keep wanting to say it's a bathhouse. What's that one?
If Naximura may have pointed it out as a smithy.
Smithy. That have at least oil in there if they're doing spring steel.
Depending on the level of reality in it, yeah.
Yes, well, unfortunately, a referee has no knowledge. I would defer to Mr. Omelane on that one.
So Narok is thinking, because he likes to talk about himself in the third person, always, is thinking we might want to do some recon to see if we can find supplies to help us with our games of flames and other funsies. If there's any thing like the oil and the hay that we can combine to be slightly explosive, or do you know what I mean?
If we start down here, I should be able to cast invisibility on Dex and Narok to do that type of recon. So at least up to there and maybe even up to there.
Yeah, either that or, flying around during the day, invisible, trying to look through windows and stuff like that would help, and then we can hit it at night as well. I don't know, like drawing a bit of a, because what was that the green arrow is pointing at now that I just put in?
Slave pens.
That was a slave pen. So technically we could come down the mountainside from the top. Hang on, let me move over. Come down like that. Somehow. Hang on, let me look at the...
Yeah, I was looking at the back map.
You had enough rope you could rappel down. I mean, in daylight, you're likely to be seen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there are other places where you could potentially move quite close in daylight.
Yep.
As you would know, the daylight patrols are just frost giants, so they don't have the wolves.
So is it up here, the wolves cave? Up there?
They were
the bad ones.
They were the frost drakes. The wolves were
in that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't cross the lines.
I want to try and get hopefully a dwarf in there, and we can collapse the tunnels on them.
On top of the dwarf.
On top of the wolves. That'll give us more freedom at night.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's here? That patchy area there.
I don't think that's anything.
Alrighty.
There's nothing on the background.
No.
We've got 1 tower, 2 tower, 3 towers. 3 towers.
I keep trying to zoom in on the background.
That's funny. I like it.
Because if we can turn the puppies into dead puppies, life becomes easier for us.
Yeah, either that or we start taking out watchtowers.
But
So the background is Skier Guard 1 as an image.
So didn't we find out the watchtowers are only during the day or something?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. Yes.
But yeah, but I suppose how do we destroy them? Light them up again?
Just take out 1 brick from the bottom.
Jenga.
Lower. Exactly.
Are we able to silence anything, or is that a thing?
That would be a spell, possibly, that someone could...
Yeah. Yeah, we can...
My bad. I don't have silence.
So if we went into a wolf cave and we silenced like the entrance, then they wouldn't hear all the howls and shit when we try and kill things. Is that what we're?
And depending on the size, I can cast the private sanctum, and no sounds will come out.
That's nice.
You can. Oh, what? What can you do?
Go in at night, private sanctum, just the doorway, and then we just slaughter each one and then come back and do the same thing each time.
So yeah, there's the spell, and it says no sounds, no matter how loud, can escape the area. So a 30-foot area that is ours to have our orgy in.
Yeah, so, but I mean, how many entrances are there? How many cave mouths are there? There's like 4 or something there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Silence does a 20-foot radius. So that's quite a bit, isn't it? Quite big. Quite a big area.
So I mean, are we assuming those caves, don't join up pretty quick in there? So we could just silence one and then go in there and clear it out, and then go on the next one and whatever. Or
The only assumption would be that would be similar to the mines, but I doubt it. Just because it's not going to be that easy.
They care more for dogs, wolves.
Yeah, probably than slaverages.
And they'll walk past and they'll be like, "There's a weird mist coming from that tunnel."
Given
During my
I came
vision.
back basically along that path, can we say that I cruised down for a little look-see past there?
You would notice that a natural path runs west along the rock wall there, rising to a wide ledge, and there are 4 large cave openings in the cliff overlooking the encampment below. Obviously, there's one above.
Are they guarded or not?
No, there is no guards, but even in a short time that you fly over, you see a number of winter wolves coming in and out of the cave entrance.
So
Does the ridgeline above it look like worked stone or stone that might, with a little encouragement, be able to collapse?
No, I think you'd need a substantial effort and time to make that happen, or a spell like the one you used on the granary.
That was a scroll. How far to like a town?
I think you were camping 3 hours away. Look, I think you'd be at least a day away to a town. But that's certainly something you can look at. Spend some time travelling to a town.
Because if we do that, we can load up on oil, like stone to mud, spells, wand, potentially, other things like that.
well, as long as the town has it. I mean, if the wolves are out at night or out patrolling or whatever, I mean, I say we go at night, silence one of the openings, and go in and try and find the head wolf.
The big papa.
Kill the alpha.
You
We'll take its place and then make all the wolves fight for us. Because we have an expert animal handler ranger guy who...
No, we don't. He's not that type of ranger. But Narek thinks it's a great idea to go kill some stuff.
He's not an animal ranger, he's a spiteful ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got Terity, who speaks the language of love.
That's true. Terity could fuck one to death. Or actually, can we kill one? Can Von Aston, can you bring it back as a zombie? And can Terity ride it like a steed?
Oh.
Yes, I can.
Okay, we just need Terity to agree. Or fall asleep so we can strap it to it. And everything will be fantastic.
Either way, it's all good.
As long as
Terity
riding
will
it
be
like
out.
a steed isn't a metaphor for something, and okay.
Not riding you like a steed.
Yeah.
As much as you may like it.
I can't confirm or deny anything in this conversation.
Just stuck up the butthole. Underlay one.
Terry,
better than your
stop
mother.
doing it without a heart.
Notice I stopped talking then.
Good move.
So let's assume it gets to nighttime at least, so that you can. This is in your place, that your campsite 3 hours away. I'm assuming that given you've already done things during the day, you've expended, or Von Aston's expended spells, that you're just going to have a normal night resting.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stack up on the silence, which I've already done, and everything else looks good for me.
Is the dragon guy going to turn up and be like, "Why haven't you done anything yet?"
Well, he does indeed arrive just before you start your watches, and he says, "You've done well." But it's only the start.
Don't patronise us.
Especially for one of their kind, pointing at Von Aston.
I bow.
Narek chuckles.
Just thinking he'd look really good as an animated zombie.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I'm sure we need to.
Maybe you would.
Ixnay on the Ombize of the Ed Rag and Dre.
I said thinking. I didn't say it out loud.
He says, "How do you need any further assistance?"
Fuck yes. Nero
Yeah.
chuckles to himself.
Do you actually like spit oil to light when you blow your flame breath or not?
Fucking hell, Vaughn. That's a bit personal. Jesus.
Hey,
No, and he
That's
pulls out a death stick, and a small bit of flame comes out to ignite it as he puffs away. But no, it's all natural flame.
Because there's so many places that we would like to light up, but we're lacking that encouraging flame component.
I cannot alert the storm tyrant to my presence.
So you have to work through Terity. I mean, us.
Many
totally okay.
want to work through this little creature of delight.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any assistance that you might be able to provide us that we're not thinking about?
I could, at night, fly you somewhere and drop you off. And as long as it was out of bounds, pick you up. Or I could give you some information about a building you want more on.
Moron?
Yeah, we're morons.
Do you have a detailed map of the wolf lair?
That is perilous for me to go in. They would sniff me out instantly. But sorry, go on.
No, you go. I'll shut the fuck up.
They are their own creatures, led by their alpha, Ranfeg.
Ranfeg the Alpha.
Somebody write that down.
Done. Really? No, I don't take notes. I'm full of shit. But...
He has some magical ability to hear or see others outside of his normal range.
Does that include invisible or not?
Sorry?
Does that include invisible creatures or not?
He has, as all winter wolves do, other mechanisms for those who are invisible.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to. Okay.
Oh, wise one. Do you have any information that you could help us with in regards to the flaming effigy in one corner and then the ice statue in the other?
The Wicker Man is a creation of Skier Cutler, a construct of some power. You would want to be careful in fighting such a construct, particularly its fiery nature. As to the other, it is but a statue to a forgotten god, the god the village used to worship before Skier Cutler turned them to Uragathoa. It is the statue of Thremir, the ancient god of the frost giants. But they do not worship there much. They have turned from their old god.
Do you think Von Aston and this dragon should go invisible and silent and pick up as many slaves as possible and fly out with them?
I'd love to eat them. Yes, good idea.
Look, one for you, one for us.
Whatever. Once they're out, who gives a fuck? But
one less asset
That is
they've
the
got to
most
use.
un-Ash thing I've ever heard Ash say.
Oh no, occasionally I'll chime in.
That's a dark side point for Ash.
Exactly. Carefully cultured Jedi image has
Oh,
just been torn down.
Well, well, my favourite characters are Sith Warrior
That's true.
because they're awesome. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well. Okay. So winter wolves are difficult to deal with, little pricks. Okay. Is there any advantage to trying to battle the Burning Man in this case? The Wicker Man? Do we have to at this point?
I think there are other targets easier to stop or turn the village into chaos. The Wicker Man may bring Skier Cutler herself out and rally the village against you.
But if there's less left to rally, then all the better for us. Gotcha.
Every little functioning point you destroy or limit will push the village towards despair.
Yep, okay.
Do you, by chance, have any ability to get us flammable oil? Instead of us going to town to bring it back, would you assist us with being our dragon pack mule, by chance?
Well, how about you make a diplomacy roll, Narok?
Oh, fuck me. All right.
Respectfully.
How about someone else? I'm doing it in the open. I don't care. This is going to be...
Come on, do it.
Okay, I tried to drop it.
Nat 20, nat 20,
Oh,
nat 20,
dude,
nat 20, nat
just
20,
what-
nat 20.
Oh,
That's actually reasonable. Okay, I
that's
stand
reasonable.
corrected. It still failed, but
It still failed, but that's right.
that's not bad.
It says no.
Get fucked.
Verity, how about you ask? Okay. Right. Well, Narik's got nothing apart from going from one end and start chipping away, like go in at night, just kick ass and then run away.
And Naxamura said, "There's nothing wrong. The buildings are somewhat disorganized or separate, so piecemeal could work for a while at least."
Mm.
It just feels very slow.
Well, if we can find more flammable oil, so we could do some recon and like just sneak around at night, and then like if we get almost caught, just scarper. But if we could find supplies of oil and start stealing oil, so we can actually like in one night oil up. God, that sounds terrible. That's terrible-ish.
Exactly.
Someone can go invisible and splatter oil on the tents, and then just run around with a torch, lighting all the tents on fire one night, and then and then do as many of the watchtowers at the same time, and make it random. But it's just the ability to light things on fire.
One big hit
would be great.
So,
the
village is, in some sense, they're quite large, and you have effectively sabotaged 3 of those points, being the mill, the granary, and the Mastodon hut or area enclosure. The mine is a working thing that you at least have an idea of what you could do to it, but you've got 3 points, and you would need to get somewhere like 20 points to have the village collapse.
Okay.
So the giant encampment has, let's say, 200, 250 frost giants. It would be extremely unlikely. You know, like even if you got that, there's 2 encampments, there's shitloads of giants. They're sort of not functioning points because there's a tent with 3 giants, there's a tent with 2, there's a tent with 4.
Yeah. Whereas we take the mine out, the key
Yep.
components of the structure. So fuck the forge up because then they can't fix mining tools.
Exactly.
Drop the mine down. That means they have to clear it out. That's another thing they have to do. You know, go beat up the Wicker Man. Not. Kill all the wolves.
Possible. The wolves is exactly another one. There's the mess hall, and there's some other buildings where you don't quite know what they do, but they may well have.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's probably time we actually start mapping out everything, so we can see where stuff is, and then just start tearing building down as best as possible.
But tearing down is not necessarily like there may well be different ways of solving it other than just basically blowing the building up.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, charity could go in and beat off on all their food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to do that anyway, so save some time.
No arguments. I'm not so shallow though. There is more to me than sex, party, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Is that Charity speaking?
I have an emotional side.
That's right. You've lost Charity.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Someone keeps killing all my lovers.
So I'm happy to assume that you get through the night and it's a new day and you can decide if you're going up there during the day or obviously want to wait till nighttime. If it's night, Naxamura has offered to fly you close by just to save on time.
Yes.
But certainly not during the day. But there's obviously some advantages in the day in that the wolves aren't out, and so that makes it somewhat easier if you're invisible.
I think it might actually pay for me to go back to the what do you call it, the town, and try and spell up for some stuff that will be more effective.
Yeah.
If you want to spend the day during that and you're flying, I can certainly assume you get to the nearest town, which is not large, and any mundane item you can carry with a reasonable amount. In other words, not 100 barrels of oil.
Here, grab my sack.
Bag of holding.
And there's the bag of holding as well.
I've grabbed your sack, Ash.
All right, awesome.
Fill it full of oil. That's awesome.
Whole thing, boom!
Yeah.
We just drop it.
How far is Trenau? Like that was where we met up and I learnt some spells, wasn't it, with the wizard?
Yeah. So that is a considerable way away. But, I mean, you could, but we're talking weeks.
No.
Okay.
Because I really, really, really want the Firefall spell for this type of stuff. Have a read at Firefall. Actually, I'll copy it.
Is that what your character thinks, or?
Yes.
It causes fire to erupt in a geyser that causes a rain of 60 feet radius. All creatures and objects take 5d6 and then catch on fire. Any creature creatures within 120 feet are blinded for a while.
Nice.
Imagine doing that in the tents.
Yeah. So you could, but again, there's hundreds of giants. And
exactly, but we're talking about panic. Fear.
Sure, panic, but
mayhem.
Depending upon how you do it, you could get overrun. And that would certainly be outrage points in terms of what they do.
It has a range of 400 feet. I'd be 398 feet in the air. at night.
Certainly fire, while effective, is not the only way of if you like, disabling or making some of these functioning points no longer function.
All right.
But yes, you could just go, I mean, obviously, and try some of these points and see how you go. But if you want to go back to the village and get, 10 vials of oil and just pay for it at nominal cost, that can happen the next day.
I'd probably try and get 10 barrels of oil, to be honest.
Yeah, I think barrels, I realise you could use the bag of holding, but I don't think they're going to part with that amount of oil, even if they have that amount of oil.
All right, I guess we just start attacking then.
So it depends, again, which, these buildings are not like a town where they're right next door to each other. And so if you attack one, it instantly or has a higher chance of alerting the next one. And it depends upon what other spells you may use to mask what you're doing.
Now, does silence move with the thing that you've cast it on?
If you cast it on a pebble, yep.
Okay.
But that's one way
Set it
for
on a creature, object, or point in space.
So you could cast it on yourself and walk in there and not get heard with jingle jingle.
Correct.
So one of the reasons why you might want to use a pebble is you might want to be able to toss it away because you won't be able to, nor anyone else, cast any other verbal spells.
That's right. Exactly. All sound to stop conversation is possible. Spells with verbal components cannot be cast. No noise whatsoever issues from, enters, or passes through the area. Point in space, but the effect is stationary unless cast on a mobile object. Okay.
Well, what was that up the top there? Okay, so that's the forge. Yeah, so Narok wouldn't mind doing a bit of sneaking around at night to try and see what's inside buildings and what supplies could be used against them to somehow break, destroy, or whatever.
If you're going to go back at night, I think given the patrols, you could certainly make it easily enough to the mine site. And so, then decide where you're going to go from there. You would know the guard tower immediately above it is not occupied at night.
Yep.
Well,
first port of call, I would say, would be I don't know if anyone's looking at the Skirgard map or not, the forge. To see what's in there, like what supplies have they got, if it's... Okay,
Narok. Well, if you want to head up there now, is anyone going to go with Narok or is it just Narok?
Yeah, let's all go.
Sure. At night time, the only issue is going to be troll and wolf patrols. And while Narok is quite stealthy, not everyone is as stealthy.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go with him.
Yeah, I was going to say probably better Dex and myself go up, have a look, see what we can find. If there is anything of value, we can then, work out next steps.
Okay, let me see if I got... All right. So, let me put... I will put Dex and Narok up nearby. You see a rectangular stone building sits adjacent to a frozen pond. 2 wooden walkways lead from the building over the ice. Spurs of jagged metal jut from the ice at odd diagonals.
Right. So suppose are there any doors or windows on this wall or this wall that we might have been able to see as we came up?
Let me do better at moving you in that sense.
Uh-oh. This is never good.
There you go.
Aha, look at that. That's closed, that's closed. Naroke's just going to sort of reconnoiter up to... Oh. Could you unlock me token, please?
Unlock.
Ah, legend. Up to here, just to see if there's any... So it looks
So
like...
again, nighttime, not a lot moving anywhere. You can... I'll say you're familiar enough with the patrols to know where they are.
To dodge them, or...
And they haven't come around here. They're sort of more on the outward paths.
Looks like these doors are the only sort of entrance. There doesn't look to be any windows, Dex. Do you want to just risk it and just try and open it?
I'll see if I can quietly open it.
Oh, legend. I'll back you up. I'll be next to you.
Yeah, back it up.
Well, you would find that while you think that they're not locked and you can be stealthy, they would need a strength check to push them.
I'll try and quietly muscle my way through the door then. I'm just going to try and do it. I'm not even going to tell him. I'm just going to try and quietly open it myself.
Just shove it.
Well, you in your first attempt don't even seem to be able to move the door.
Yeah, it's a bit stuck, Naroke. Help
a
us out, buddy.
Yeah, no drums. So I'll just grab my strength. No, how do I do it? Fucking strength. Hang on.
And I'll try and assist him.
So yeah, Naroke will sort of look left and right and just
With Dex's help, Naroke, you managed to open it up.
Oh.
So let's open that.
Teamwork, making the dream work.
Yeah, so...
And you see what you can see. Let me give. This is one of them.
Yours.
There you go. And I think I even have a particular picture of that one.
Fuck.
There is a picture of that one, I know, but it's sort of scrolling in. That doesn't. That's a.
They didn't think you'd encounter it, so it didn't include a picture.
Oh no! Well, they're all there as potentials. The other one,
Interesting
which I'm sure you can zoom in. Oh, this is the other one.
Oh Jesus!
Are they asleep?
No, they're sort of just talking to each other. It certainly hasn't got to sleep time. They don't appear to have noticed you, but certainly the one of them says it's a bit chilly in here. Damn doors open.
Yeah, look at that.
Love your work, Dex. Perfect. Okay, so there's two giants in there.
Yeah,
Do we go back and get everybody? Parker. Do we go back and get everybody and just like go in and just fight the bastards?
Or we come back here every night around this time and just open the door, and then they'll think there's ghosts.
I actually don't mind that.
Yeah, no. Let's get everyone else and just tell them what's here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so I mean, don't. I mean, I'll assume you go back and tell people because if you may decide to come back here.
Yeah. So hey, everybody. There's like a giant. We opened the door to the forge, and both Dex and I looked at each other, looked in the door, looked at each other, and then scarpered.
Yeah.
There's a giant that looks like a thick, muscular human, but like it had, I think it was a chick, I'm not sure, had frost white skin, long light blue hair that was like plaited or matted or something, I don't know. And there's this other one that was like short and stumpy, kind of like this guy Colin I know, and very powerful and
That's
muscular.
the
And we
picture
had
of the,
muscular arms, but his beard was made of like fire and maybe his hair.
That one is air gun, which you saw as the frost one.
Yeah, nah, bro. Do we want to go in and have a bit of a biff?
Oh, as long as we don't arouse suspicion, shit, yeah.
Cast silence and try and fight them, like cast silence on a rock, open the door, hurl the rock in, and then just go in and just like bang, 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 bang.
All right, yeah, bloody oath.
Or someone with a better plan. No, right.
Nope,
Step
let's
back,
kill
look
stuff. And nobody will be any the wiser.
Oh dear.
What could possibly go wrong?
No, that sounds awesome.
Let's do it.
And we haven't had the action for a while, so
have you the silence spell?
Aye.
1 or 2?
More. I have them thrice.
We could actually do silence on 3 rocks and silent probably the whole area, so nothing, no volume or sound of battle gets out at all.
Round per level.
If we
Just
want
remember
to.
that may be limiting on you guys in terms of spells.
Truth. Let's give it a crack.
Right. Silence on 1 rock when we get there. Sounds good to me.
Okay, well, I will put you in
Chuck us in there, God.
similar
See what we can do.
positions. Von Aston, how much of your crew are you bringing along? Just you, or
Zombie cow.
Probably just me, given it's a stealth mission.
yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so I will share this. There you go.
I will cast silence on the rock, but then before I do that, give it to, I don't know, either Narok or Dex, and tell them to throw it in. But tell them this before I cast it, so I can actually talk.
Before you do that,
Yes.
can I hold a spell like greater invisibility ready, like to drop onto Dex, and then the silence gets cast, thrown in, etc. O Lord, high voice of the Almighty.
Oh, sorry, was that? I was mesmerised by Terity and his movements. You're gonna cut. You've cast it on a stone already, and you just want to throw that in.
No, can I cast greater invisibility, hold onto it, so I'm not dispersing it onto Dex just yet, until the combat ensues?
It's a good question. Let's assume potentially as long as you're doing nothing else.
Except walking after Dex. Yep.
That's right, yep.
That's an interesting question, actually.
Then I'm looking to do that, and I'm going, Dex, get ready to be an invisible butthole wrangler.
All right, well, you tell me when someone's going to open the door, or attempt to, and...
I'm staying close to Dex first.
Alright.
Well, the door wasn't locked, but it took some strength last time. So.
Alright. No worries. Well, could you put Barrett on the map?
Oh,
So, Aye. All right. Well, we'll get Baron to open the door because Dolgan can do it either way. But would I have given the stone to Dex or Naroke? Does it matter either way?
Up to you guys.
Probably easier to give it to Dex because he's a better thrower, and I wouldn't mind having an arrow notched and ready to let fly, if possible.
Right. Well, here we go. Everybody clear for the plan? I'm gonna cast and then hand it to Dex, and then we'll go.
Okay, and I'm throwing the rock at them. Is that what I'm doing? I'm not holding on
That's
to it?
right. No,
Okay.
no. Throw it at them in their general vicinity, as close as you can get.
Okay, I'll prepare the action of throwing the rock. I'll be standing there with it above my head.
How good would it be
Mm.
if he's visible with the rock and he just walks in?
Aye. Well, we can do that.
And they'll be like, look at the stones on this guy, but then they can't hear themselves say that. 'cause-
That's right.
So if he's gonna walk it in, I should do greater invisibility and discharge that spell on him. So I can just wander straight in, but he'll have 10 rounds.
Just an idea.
Well, whoever's going to open the door can make a die 20 or strength check, rather.
Right.
And then you can all roll initiative. Or perhaps you might all roll initiative, and then we can start with Barentino.
I can't hear any die rolls. That's really off-putting.
Right. Now. Did you get it?
Barent.
Strange.
I assume Barent has opened the door.
Oi. Dolgren's in for it. He's up for it, baby.
You would see that is the Frost Giant air gun.
Hey, hey.
She's looking
Carrie.
down at Dolgan.
Kennedy. Look at her. Oh, damn it. You can't hear me.
Who is a thick, muscular, looks like a thick, muscular human, frost white skin, long light blue hair that is braided, and the other dude is get the description of him has short, stumpy legs, powerful, muscular arms, and its hair and beard seem to be made of fire. So let's start with Naroke.
He's not positioned very well, is he? No. So he should probably take... move to there.
Mm-hmm.
And take a single shot with his bow. He mispositioned himself immeasurably poorly. He will use a flame arrow, so he's got to turn that on. Flame arrow, like that.
Well, that is incredible. That is a hit. That means you only miss on a 1.
So, for me, that was a bit creepy because I'm not hearing any sounds out of Fantasy Grounds at the moment. So, effectively, I am in a sphere of silence, and it's fucking creepy.
Charity.
Well, I have to open it with the best joke that anybody has ever heard in the world.
Oh.
But
So
no
where's
one
the
can
silence?
hear it.
Nobody could hear it.
So I don't think it has any effects.
I know in my heart that Dex would have been laughing for days at that joke. But yeah, like you said, no effect. It just doesn't come off. Pretty much like my whole spell list.
Better get in there and start slashing.
I'm going to delay until the front line get in there first.
right. We
So-
may as well.
Throw me
Yeah.
in after Dahlgren. Baron, sorry. Who hasn't even rolled? Baron's not here.
I didn't roll because I was getting the door open.
Yeah, let's put him at 2, and therefore Terry will put you at 1.
Or at 23.
Yes, it might
Maybe.
This thing seems to move over here and mouth something, but it's unclear what. Dex.
Am I invisible or not?
I don't think that's happened yet.
Okay, then I will throw the rock in to like there.
Yep. I can probably. What would Terry suggest?
Terry would just be pointing. He can't say anything.
Sorry, Michael suggest.
In regards to
A token. I used to know where some of these tokens were that were handy to use in these situations, like a sword picture or.
did you put them on your quick bar?
I've only just started putting the maps on the quick bar, which was exciting enough. Let me put that there. There we go. I'll move that a bit over to here. All right. Dex, you've thrown that. That's your standard action. You have a move action left.
Sweet. Well, I will just wait here until I get slapped on the butt, I guess.
Dahlgren.
Alright. Dahlgren. Holy fuck. Alright.
He can speak.
I'm holding up the door. Ooh, look at this guy. I'm going stabby.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was thumper thumper cruncher muncher.
No, I'm
Yeah,
stabbing because of my spear is bad against giants. Or good against giants. Depending
Yep.
or shit house against giants.
Von Aston.
I gently caress Dex's butt to release the gas. I mean, the greater invisibility. GI. Pop.
Yes. I think that is effectively your standard action for the go, for the turn, but you could move.
Yep. I'll just. Oh, it's on preparation. I think. Okay. Touched and. I'm gonna move. Keep the right company.
Right. Well, this one hurls a handy rock at Dahlgren.
Leave me alone.
And misses.
Hi.
Barrett.
Alright. Oh, that should be open. Hi! Holy shit! But,
Peekaboo.
yeah. Apparently
Are
he's
you in
gonna
range
do-
of the? Are you in range of the silence or not?
Where's
Yeah.
the rock?
It's here.
Yep.
So you didn't say holy shit.
Yeah, whatever.
No one would have heard it. All right, these giants are not intimidated by your filthy armor, Barons.
Yep. Alright.
And what did you roll? 33, but I don't know, did you target it? But that is a hit.
I should have targeted him.
Hmm.
Yeah, it did
That
damage
is-
to him.
Yep, that is true. Yep, done.
Right.
Charity.
don't feel like this is very smart.
No one can hear what you're saying.
10. And then I'll have a stab.
But you'll be fine. I mean, you didn't hear that.
Stab away.
Oh,
Did that even appear? No, that's a miss. And they're not there, so we're back at Narok.
Narok will take his full 3 attacks on Princess Frozen Butt. Oh, that'll be a hit, I think.
Yeah, hit, indeed.
Boom, boom, and boom.
Ooh.
And that will be the grow.
Right, well, it is going to attack Barrent. So that is, it's bloody hopeless, isn't it? Miss, and hit. Dex.
What should I do? I'll move in quietly and stealthily and whatever, and then I'll double move so that I'm standing over the rock.
Yep.
Protecting it with my life.
Dahlgren.
Alright. I'll hold the door.
Hold door.
Hold it,
The
hold
lady
door.
can come out.
That
Is
is a hit. It is indeed. Ooh, that's a lot of dice, but a few ones.
Yep.
Von Aston.
My spell list is not equipped for this right now.
Yeah.
It's still in the invisibility space and flying. No. I give everyone a thumbs up and say, "Do it! Tear his freaking arms off!" And then pass the turn.
Now, am I correct, though, that you are in fact outside of the range of the silence?
I am, but I don't know what the effect is if I yell into the silence.
Well, they can't hear anything. Yeah. There you go. Moves up in support.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
If you wish to take one.
Yeah.
Should you?
I'll let her know that someone's trying to stab her.
That's a miss.
It doesn't matter. Well, at least you get to save it for next time.
Yeah. That's how it works. It builds
That's
up, doesn't it? Somehow.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Damage.
Bloody hell.
And it is Barrent.
Alright, Baron's going full on crazy at Proath.
Miss hit.
Alright. Aye.
Done some damage. Terity. Time to unleash.
Oh. Would it be difficult to take a 5-foot step there?
I have normally played that runs a risk of you would need to do acrobatics as if moving over someone or provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, alright.
Like the corner of a building type of thing.
That's fair. Oh, that was looking like a 20. You pushed
It
it.
was. I don't know what happened. You obviously played the nerf button on yourself, Mick.
Yep.
Is that it for Terity?
Oh, so both misses? Sorry, I was waiting for you.
Sorry, yeah, I can't. I should know that you can't. Yep, they were both misses. Yep.
But we can't see it, mate.
Yeah. No, sorry. Yep. Okay, Narok.
Because he does so well, he's going to again try and quietly throw 3 arrows.
Oh,
Cool. 1, 2, 3, and then next turn he's going to move because he doesn't like having his ass out in the wind.
don't leave
Well.
me, Naruk.
You can certainly make a perception check, Narok.
Twang. Twang. He makes a twang noise.
No, okay, all good.
No, you don't see it, you're going to die. So there's a patrol
That
coming
is
your way.
an absolute one hit still at least.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. And then it's Dex.
Full flanked attack on Proath, whatever his name is.
Flamebeard.
Yes, Proath,
Oh, Flamebeard, that's the one.
the fire giant. A miss and a miss.
Well, I'm going to use my assault leader. So when I miss an attack on a flanked opponent, I can designate a single ally who is also flanking the target. The ally can make a single melee attack as an immediate action.
I think that's only Terity then.
Go on, Terity, teach it a lesson.
I pull out the paddle with the studs.
The River of Shame. That's you, Terry.
Teradicio,
Yeah.
you having a
Get
hit?
an attack.
An attack.
I haven't hit yet.
That's
Yeah,
I have
doesn't
faith in you. I'm using my ability because I know you'll do it.
Miss.
Where do I think this
Oh,
came from? It opened its ribcage, and I stick Barrett with my sword.
All right, switching targets.
Mhm.
Angun.
That is a miss.
Fuck.
On Aston.
Sorry, I'm in silence. I just shake my fist.
Perception check.
Okay.
I think the cold has
Shit.
really gotten to us.
No, all good.
Oh, good. You didn't see what was going on.
Come on.
Screwed.
Oh, the back line's about to become the front line. Oh, good stuff, Andrew.
When in doubt.
Ah, yes. Yes, Michael. Magic missile.
Yes, except it's got a verbal component.
He's
I'm
outside of the range.
range.
I didn't know there was an outside.
Oh man! Nobody told me this.
Rolls a 1.
Good.
Well, you would have been calling out, going, "Help! They're attacking the giants."
Did I hear Von Aston? That's as well.
That's right. Everybody mute. That's it. Shut up. Oh,
Wouldn't that make
Yeah.
for an interesting night?
You guys notice a creature appear out here.
Hmm.
What? No. What is that?
I will give the two of you at least a description if I can find the Roke and Von Aston.
We found our new steed.
And
you can have a crack at it.
I'll have a crack at it.
I nominate you.
it lashes out at you.
It does.
That's a long range.
Gay.
But it misses, and you feel this heat. Even though it looks frosty, heat comes out of its maw that comes frighteningly close to you, Naroke.
Mm-hmm.
Barrent.
Right. Barrent.
Come on,
Let's
Barrett.
go. Continue my assault. Oh, nearly a 19. Great.
Yes, that's right.
Gets
Charity.
better and better.
I look over at Barrett and Malv. What the fuck?
I wave him away.
25?
Oh,
That is a hit.
Yes!
This giant was just about to say, I am invincible.
I am
Oh, max damage.
oh, Jesus.
I'm in Vincent.
Ugh. Yeah. Come on, zombie killer.
Those guys aren't there, so would be at Naroke.
What?
Okay, so I'm getting attacked by some alien-headed, predator-headed looking motherfucker, centipede fire thing. All right, I'm like not.
Can I just say, I got this, Narok.
I've heard it.
Do we hear this?
You guys know,
Narok will
but
hear it.
Narok actually gives up an attack pondering that comment.
So are you delaying Naroke?
No. He just, instead of throwing 3 arrows, he's
Yeah.
like, you fucking what? Takes a 5-foot step and throws a single arrow because he's so confused. He has no idea what the fuck is going on. Possibly Von Aston's having an embolism, not sure. So he's just gonna go throw an attack at, Frozen Lady Pants.
Yeah.
And wave goodbye to the guys inside.
I like to think Von Aston says, "I've got this," and then turns invisible.
That would be the ultimate fuck you. That would be so good.
Oh, gee. That is only one. Wow, that is...
How disappointing.
yeah.
Oh,
Dex.
yeah.
Leave Barrett alone. Full attack. I mean, I'm not used to fighting so slow. I'm like, where's my haste spell? What the?
That's right.
One hit.
Hey.
6,000 damage coming up.
Yeah, not quite.
Oh, what the heck? It's all the ones.
Dahlgren.
All right.
Kill it, Dahlgren. I mouth, cleave it in twain.
Oh, that's a hit.
Looks like it's, I say, I'm in pain.
Mein Leben.
Oh, you killed that one.
Yes.
Wow.
Von Aston. Just wait to see what you're going to do.
He's got it. It's fine.
Yeah.
We all turn to look.
Oh, if only it was hot. If only it was invisibility. That would have been so hilarious.
That would not.
Does it save?
No, failed.
Failed, yes.
paralyzed.
Coup de grace.
I turn around and I give Naroka a thumbs up. Then pass the turn.
Fucking necromancers. And Von Asten obviously hears that under his breath.
I'm just glad that worked.
You and me both, bro. You and me both. Like, I've got this. I'm like, what the fucking... Oh!
You belong to us.
So a second one appeared.
Oh,
Barry,
damn
we'll
it.
go.
How many hot monsters have you got?
One.
Come on, critical.
The swift action. Or a stand.
The swift action is Naroka running away.
Can I turn open motion on fire, then move 2 spaces and attack?
If it's a standard action to turn it on fire,
Okay.
no.
So
Swift,
It's a
yes.
swift action thing.
I'd let you.
Thanks, man.
That's all right.
Yeah, so doesn't say specifically. Bugger. All right. Well, not this time. I'll do it next time. Because that would be a bit unfair. All right. Ah, you dirty
That's a
bitch.
hit.
Yes! Good night, Irene.
This one's armor class is low, and indeed, it will be good night, Irene, or air gun, as the case may be.
All right.
That is Barrett's go, I presume.
Yep. All right.
Terradicchio. So the one you're closest to is held,
Yeah. I'm going to prepare
and you are
myself to,
walking on. Yes,
to do a coup de grace.
right. You are walking on ice at the moment.
How thin, though?
Yeah, watch out, mate. You're on thin ice.
Where it has been churned up, so there's water below, but you're on the ice at the moment. But I think we can safely say you're not terribly heavy.
No, I'm Terrady.
Yeah, he's terribly heavy.
And noting the time, we might leave it there with Naroka at the top of the round. The next time.
All right.
Pity.
Yeah, buddy.
Phantasmal kill of the other one.
Ooh.
What would their nightmares be? Jeez.
I reckon.
There are a thing of nightmares there. Probably unicorns with
Being
rainbow
domesticated.
poo.
Good work, guys.
That was
Thank
wicked.
you,
Thanks,
folks.
Gant. That was fun.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
I like
Sorry
killing
I was
stuff.
late today.
No,
Ah,
you came.